Welcome to Wild, Women in Lending Determined to Make an Impact. I'm your host, Robyn LaVassaur. They say our biggest fear isn't being inadequate. It's being powerful beyond measure. In this podcast, I will share how to break through imaginary ceilings, lean into success, discovering your purpose, and understanding how to create the business and life of your dreams. From failures to triumphs and all the tactics in between, let's jump into the wild arena together. Well, welcome back to Wild with Robyn LaVassaur, talking today about a topic that might have wore itself out a little bit, and that is NAR opportunities. Did you find any? Were you looking for them? Did you take advantage of them? Were you able to grow from them? I will tell you, I think oftentimes that we think, oh gosh, this is going to be a lender problem or a realtor problem and it doesn't have anything to do with me. And the truth is, when we are in sales in general, in the same industry, meaning it's reliant on one another, all of it matters. And then as we underestimate that, or we're worried about stepping into it for fear of probably failure, I would think, or maybe speaking on something where you're not the expert, whew, what a miss if that's the case. There is so much opportunity around NAR in general. And I love the opportunity because I love a topic that is so easy. Have you ever seen those people that, I should say, I love a topic that is so easy. Let me complete a sentence for a minute. I love a topic that is so easy that you could grab a microphone and a camera and walk around and interview people and they would have something to say about it. And you know me, one of my analogies is always talking about the fact that in lending, in general, in real estate in general, people are interested in what we do because what does everybody want? The American dream, to buy a house, to own a home. They want to know about it. It has something to do with finances, building wealth, leverage. So everyone wants to talk about it. I literally was at Costco last night and somebody said to me, can I ask you a couple questions? And I don't even think she realized if I was a lender or a realtor, it didn't matter to her. She just knows I'm in the industry and started asking me about property she bought and all these different things. So NAR, what a beautiful opportunity to have what I would call a coffee table conversation. Why do I call it coffee table conversation? Y'all seen the books that sit on the coffee table that you say, oh, the only reason I have that is a conversation piece. That's NAR right now. And so how do you take advantage of that as a lender and really even as a realtor? I'm not a realtor, but I'm going to talk about a few different ways. One, simply asking people what they know, what they've heard, how they feel, how they believe it could impact them. There are so many questions that you can ask: what they know, how they feel, how they believe it will impact them, what they've heard, right? All of the things that you could ask that then draws something out of people that, man, now I could become potentially the expert. Well, what an opportunity in lending to actually get more in team, more valuable with a realtor partner. And if I were to ask you guys to write down on a piece of paper, like indulge me for a minute, and shy of being a driver right now, maybe you're working out, don't have pen and paper, but think in your head, my job is blank to a real estate agent. As a lender, my job is blank to a real estate agent. And I will tell you, there are countless lenders and realtors who would fill that blank in with tasks that are done by essentially anyone. Get me a pre-approval letter, close a loan, provide financing, all the basics. It's always been, in my world especially, and I learned this so many years ago, and it was such a valuable shift in my mind to add value to an agent. Let me define the word value: time, joy, money. I could make a realtor laugh and make things a little more joyous for sure. I'm not sure that would rank above time. I could save them time with updates and communication, all of those things. But if I were to put it in order, why a realtor would truly work with me long-term, stay attached, and not want to work with anybody else, sometimes have to, but not necessarily want to, it would all come down to money. Because our job as lenders is to protect that realtor's paycheck by doing a phenomenal job with the clients, by doing a phenomenal job with communication, by, yes, saving them time, maybe bringing them more joy, but ultimately getting them paid is going to rank the highest. And if that makes you uncomfortable, you better get comfortable with it, because that is the truth. It doesn't mean they only care about money. They don't care about you as a human, all of those things. But if bottom line, somebody could sit down with you and tell you point blank, confidently, not arrogantly, I will make you more money. I will protect your paycheck. I will make sure you build more wealth, more clients, more closings, working with me than any other lender. You'd be hard pressed for a realtor to not be curious about how, which is so different than I can do an FHA loan with a down payment assistance. It's so different than I am a condo king or I can do a veterans loan. Lots of people can do those things, but how many people have the confidence to look at somebody and say, this is where I'm going to bring you value. This is where I'm going to help change your life. And I don't know about you guys, but I want that kind of value partner. And NAR provided the most beautiful runway to become that. And yet I think so many people missed it. How'd you miss it? One, did you call every realtor and ask them some deep questions and have some deep conversations? And not about the whole industry and all these other things. Then what does it do to impact you? What keeps you up at night about it? What are you potentially afraid of or excited about? Let's talk about all of it. Here's where I see the gap for the actual lending piece. You are now part of helping the realtor get paid officially if you choose that role. And you're going to have two types of lenders out there. Ones that go hands off. I want nothing to do with it. I'm not going to be impacted by it. Their problem. They'll negotiate it. Here's my fees. Here's my stuff. You've got, maybe there's three types. You've got others that'll say, well, we'll do less closing costs, right? We'll drop our price to help support the real estate commission. Okay, maybe. But what a difference it is to say, hey, we're going to deliver an incredible experience, but we're also going to edify you, your job, the fees, and we're going to work them into the deal up front. My job is to protect your commission, to help make you commission. Therefore, I'm going to, yes, facilitate a loan by doing that, but I'm going to do that by sitting down with clients and doing a true loan advisement, loan consultation. I'm going to bring up NAR to your clients in advance. Potentially, maybe you haven't had the time, maybe the courage, I would even say, to do that yet yourself. And I'm going to edify why you get paid what you get paid and how that becomes part of the overall transaction. Not only that, but I'm going to work the numbers in for you so that you're so aware of the elephant in the room. You get to a listing, there's no buyer's agent commission, and you're representing that buyer. We're prepared, and that buyer has heard it from a third-party verifier, i.e. the lender, even more than they've heard it from you, edifying the entire thing. Can you imagine lenders doing that for you versus, hey, borrower, I can get you a lower rate or I'll save you a little bit of money on fees. Hey, I can do this program versus I'm so invested in helping you navigate this NAR settlement, what it means to the clients, getting them comfortable with it, opening lines of communication, and then having a clear path forward that always says, hey, Susie, your realtor, this is how much she's getting paid, and we have plan A, B, and C. We're totally prepared for them to make an offer, regardless of what the seller does, and still get Susie paid. If you didn't take advantage of that with every single realtor you have, if you didn't bring the realtor in to watch you do consultations on Zoom and or face-to-face, start doing it now. I promise you, when you become truly a value-driven lender to what I consider one of the most valuable resources. I don't know about you guys. I have so much mad respect for real estate agents that work their tails off for clients, just like I have mad respect for lenders that want to be the best of the best in the industry and raise the bar, right? Bring the tide up so all the boats rise. Be that person, and you will have more fun at work every single day. You will find better camaraderie with your clients. You'll find better relationships with your realtor partners, and you will end up working for and with people in those referral partner spaces that you actually enjoy the heck out of, that have an equal. It's such a tragedy when we think of realtors up here. Imagine my hands are even right now. One is up, 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 right hand way up. And we go into those relationships putting ourselves at a lower level instead of seeing somebody eye to eye. Can you imagine? Would you ever do that in your marriage, in your parenting, in your maybe boss world? And that's not about respect. That's not about saying, hey, I don't know that they are my boss or they're smart in this arena, or they have a gift here and I'm honoring that. That doesn't mean that. It means we are both treated as equal and we're going to be mutually valuable to one another. And that mutual value absolutely changes the game in sales. If this episode helped you, I hope that you share it, and we will see you on the next Wild.